It's Bengals, it's Chiefs, it's an AFC Championship game rematch, and oh yes, it's a rivalry. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and check out the OT with Elise Jesse Thursday night. And yes, it is Thursday as this video drops, 8 p.m. Eastern, streaming right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Look, Bengals Chiefs, it's officially a rivalry, and it's time to declare it that, say that, treat it like that. This Bengals team has played the Chiefs 4 times over the past 13 months. And yes, they're 3-0, and you could make the argument, oh, well, rivalries shouldn't be one-sided and all of those things. And yet, well, they really haven't been one-sided, even though one side has won. They've been competitive games throughout. The Bengals were trailing big in the first 2 games of this series and rallied to win the AFC North, rallied to win the AFC at Arrowhead last year. And earlier this season, well, it was a back-and-forth game where you could have seen the Bengals, had they not shot themselves in the foot and had some self-inflicted mistakes of winning by much more than they did, and yet they end up winning by a field goal. Look, this is a rivalry. It's a rivalry because it's the 2 best quarterbacks on the planet. It's a rivalry because it is 2 offensive-minded head coaches, one of which that's been around for a long, long, long time, and the other, yeah, he might not be the sexy Sean McVay stunt double or whatever that some might have been hoping for when the Bengals hired him, but Zach Taylor's been really, really awesome over the past 2 seasons. And you look at it now and just the trash talk going into it from Mike Hilton saying this.
We'll see y'all in Burrowhead. Yeah, baby. Let that sink in your mind. We'll see y'all in Burrowhead.
To what took place earlier today, which I was shocked about. Willie Gay just dropping this little nugget when asked about the Bengals offense.
What is it about that Bengals offense that maybe impresses you the most? You played it a few times.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. I like both things. I do. I like the fact that Mike Hilton on the fly in an emotional moment, and this is how he described it, he went out of his way. Burrowhead, he's only won 1 game there. You can't really call it that yet, but I understand it. I understand having that mindset of, this is Joe's house that we're going to go into and we're going to win. I get that. I get adapting to that. At the same time, I also understand Willie Gay saying, I'm not going to gas these fools up. I'm not going to say how good Jamar Chase is or how talented Joe Burrow is. Everyone knows they're talented. So I understand it. Now, we could go the bulletin board material route, but what makes a rivalry a rivalry? Well, stars and talent. The ability in the unknown, right, of who's going to win, the ability on both sides of both teams being able to win realistically. Well, we certainly have that. Bad blood certainly helps. And I think that's what this is. I think you're starting to slowly see this evolve into, yeah, it was the upstart Bengals. And a few years ago, the Chiefs, well, they were going to this young, flashy quarterback. Well, who's the guy that's going to take him on and be that rival? It's Joe Burrow. It's the Cincinnati Bengals. That's what we're in now. This is Brady Manning. It's what it is. And we'll see if it goes that way. You could easily say, oh, well, Burrow's Brady in that scenario since he started 3-0. Manning lost his first 6 games the time Brady head-to-head. We will see if that continues on Sunday. This video isn't about that. It's about officially declaring this a rivalry, and it's going to be one of those contested affairs regardless of who wins on Sunday, where we're talking about both of these teams again next year when they play, and they are set to play. Not sure if it's going to be in Kansas City, maybe it's in Germany, wouldn't rule that out. And regardless, it's a home game for the Chiefs, but it doesn't get much better, does it? It doesn't get much better than Joe Burrow trying to solve and make sure that he can figure out ways to navigate the pocket despite Chris Jones bearing down on him. It doesn't get much better than Patrick Mahomes trying to figure out this Lou Anarumo-led defense that just continues to keep him contained. Then you have this injury. Really, I don't even want to call it an injury, this issue with Patrick Mahomes' ankle where he says he's fine and everyone's acting like he's fine, but it's a high ankle sprain according to reports. And if you really have a high ankle sprain, you are dealing with some pain and you are dealing with some issues. And yet he's walking around fine. I don't know what the answer is. And the Bengals are going into it like he's 100%. But you better believe that this is a rivalry game. This is no different than any of these AFC North games where you go up against the Ravens, for example, and Harbaugh is upset afterwards, or Lamar's on the sideline wearing sunglasses, and then the Bengals are bothered, or the defensive coordinator ahead of the game says, "Oh, well, I'm not putting a gold jacket on Joe Burrow yet." All of those things that have happened over the years. Harbaugh gets mad at Taylor for throwing for 525 yards and throwing late in the game when they're blowing him out. All of those things, right? Well, this is like the upscale, high-end version of that. These two teams, whoever wins this game, could easily win the Super Bowl. You could easily see the path. Whatever quarterback wins this game continues to build on his legacy. Whatever quarterback in this game wins will be the best of the two quarterbacks in Super Bowl 57. And yeah, whether it's Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes, they are better than Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy. Sorry, Eagles fans. It's true. I don't think the 49ers would make that argument, but you never know. So sorry, Brock Purdy. You are balling out, though. Point is, this is a rivalry, and I love it, and I think it's great, and I know I've said that a lot, but when you have Mike Hilton saying what he's saying, when you have the Bengals saying what they've said, when you have all the bad beef earlier this year, when Justin Reed saying, "Oh, is it Higbee? Oh, Higgins, that's it, Higgins," and he met Hayden Hurst and how he's going to shut him down, but he said Higgins, who obviously, come on now, Justin. And then you have this with Willie Gay. Sign me up for the NFL's next great rivalry between Joe Burrow and the Bengals, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Today's show brought to you by BetMGM. And this one goes out to Who Dey Nation because Fantasy Life knows how you feel about the jungle, so they're giving you some action in the wild. By using the link in the description, you can get your first bet of up to $1,000 paid back in bonus bets if you don't win. As long as you're 21 or older and located in Ohio, it's that easy. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Going undefeated since November, December, almost January is big. But obviously, the stakes are even bigger this week. If you want tips, betting picks, and so much more, subscribe to the free Fantasy Life newsletter at fantasylife.com. Again, check out that link in the description. You can make that first bet of up to $1,000 and get it paid back in bonus bets if you don't win by hitting that link in our description. I'm excited for this game. I don't think Alex Kappa is going to play. I don't think Jonah Williams is going to play. Hayden Hurst was limited on Thursday. I think he's going to be just fine with that calf injury. We're going to have our keys to victory in our prediction coming up on Friday. The OT with Elise Jesse is Thursday night. Make sure you check out. We've had a lot of locker room interviews. So from Jamar Chase to T. Higgins to Tyler Boyd to on defense, you have Mike Hilton and so many other guys. If you've missed any of them, make sure you check them out right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Of course, we have Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor, and so much more. So for Andrew Fox Miller, who's been killing it all day long, he's been flooded. I'm James Rapien. It is Conference Championship week, and can't wait to chat with you about my keys to victory and a prediction soon right here on CBT. So thank you so much for subscribing and ringing the bell. Until next time, I'm James Rapien signing off for now on CBT, Cincinnati Bengals Talk.